Hello, guys, and welcome to your very own Tech and More. As part of the ongoing series that is Salesforce testing come admin interview questions, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about the famous interview questions in Salesforce in the reports and dashboard category, right? So before we start with the questions, let me just quickly take you to the playlist which I'm referring to or and which this video is a part of. So as you can see on the screen right now, we have four videos already posted, already published. What we have done is to simplify things, to categorize things. We have basically divided all the questions, the interview questions, into different categories. For example, security and access, or object fields and relationships, and so on. So, if you haven't watched it yet, I would recommend you that if you're planning for an interview in Salesforce as an admin or as a QA, please start from video number one because that will be more helpful, right? So, yeah, that's that. Let's start. The first question that we have in the category is uh, and sorry, I'm sorry before I forget. I always share this particular deck or presentation with you as well in the YouTube video description. So you can go and access this data. So you need not worry about writing it down anything. Just focus on the explanation right now, and then you can refer to the text later on. You'll have this resource. Cool. So yeah, coming back to the main point. The first question in this category is what are different report formats? So guys, in the interest of time and not to elongate the video a lot, I'm not going to show each and every report format specifically because you have videos separately for them. It's a time taking topic, but for now I'm just going to show you a sample report, and then I'm going to talk about the different types of reports orally, right? So but yes, if you have any specific questions, please feel free to ask me in the comments. So basically, when you go to a report and when you have this particular simple tabular format, that is, you use something of this sort in Excel or in Word, and similarly. So basically, that is what we call as a tabular report. That is a simple report, a simple table wherein you capture the data. That's what a tabular report is. Then secondly, you have summary. So summary is basically if you had categorized this entire table into different categories group wise. For example, if let's suppose if I go by, let me just give it a try, right? So if I go by account owner, do you see that account owner, when the account owner is Harry Potter, there are 17 records, and it has basically categorized it using the account owner category or account owner field. That is what comes under summary reports. Then you have matrix. So basically, matrix is a much more complicated type of report. It summarizes the information in a grid format and records group by both column and rows. That is, it's an add-on to summary. So in summary, we were basically categorizing the data row-wise, whereas in matrix, we can categorize the data column-wise as well. That is, when you basically have a column as well here, wherein there is group of rows and group of columns. That is what makes a matrix report. And then joint report is basically, in very simple terms, when you have multiple reports in one report, and then you have you know uh, basically it's one to many relationship or many to many relationship. That is, one report will have multiple reports, then in that report you will have another report. That is how the concept of joint reports would look like. If I get into explaining all the details for all the reports, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to become more of a explainer video rather than the interview questions and answers video. So this is that. Now, if you want any more details, or if you want me to point to some relevant resources wherein you can learn how to create these reports, please feel free to comment. Cool. So I hope that this question is clear to you. Then the next one is, what are the different report chart types, right? So, b- you know, again, to save time, I have actually captured a screenshot of this, right? And guys, report chart types is just a complicated word of saying that in what different ways can you represent the data. If you have been using Google for a time, or if you're a little active towards internet, you know that there are different ways in which the data can be represented. You must have studied this in mathematics as well. So that it's the same concept. That is, you have pie charts, you have bar charts, you have funnel charts, then you have line charts. So basically, whatever you see here in this particular screenshot, just give me a second. Mm, this one. See, so basically, all these different types of charts which are given here, that is what that that is what shows you as a you know how basically the data can be represented. So if somebody asks you this question, you're going to answer that there are different ways. For example, bar charts, column charts, pie charts, and line charts. Even if you answer three or four, that will suffice. Cool. So the next question is, how many records are possible to display on a page for a report? This is very important question, more of a theoretical question because there is no logic behind understanding this. You have to know a number which is we can display up to 2000 records on a page for a report. If more records are there to display, we cannot see those through the user interface. You will have to export these records to an Excel sheet and then you can refer to them. Right. So this is something that you have to know. There is no logic behind it. Cool. Then the next question is explain some of the key dashboard component types. That is, as we spoke about the report types, there obviously will be dashboard types as well. So what different types of components a dashboard can have? That is, it can have a chart, it can have a gauge, it can have a table and a metric, right? What they are again, it can be another explainer video, but for now you have to know that these four words are important if a question of similar manner is asked to you. How do you access the dashboard? You basically go to Salesforce and you first discard this report. You go to the dashboard and you click on all dashboards. Oh, there's nothing here. That's weird. So basically, you click on new dashboard, and from here in you can create a new one. Simplifying it, what is a dashboard? It's basically a collection of reports, right? So, but yes, if you want to know that what exactly these dashboard components are and how you can configure them, let me know. I'll point you to the relevant resources. Cool. Then the next question is which reports can be used for dashboards? So we spoke about the different types of reports there are. So out of those four, only two types, that is summary and matrix. These are the two report types that can be used for dashboard components. Cool. Then the next one is which permission is required to set the running user other than you in the dashboard. Okay. So you say that if the user, that is the user with which you are logged in and you are seeing the report or the dashboard, then in that case, you have to have the permission which is view all data. This permission set is required for you to access that dashboard. Cool. Then the next question and the last question for this video is how can reports and dashboards data be exported? So if you want to export your data from reports or dashboards in Salesforce into Excel or into CSV, that is something which can be done. And the different formats in which they can be exported is CSV, Excel, and PDF. And users can export dashboards as static images and PDF as well. This is the difference. If you want to export a report, I'm sorry, if you want to export a report, which is basically a table, much similar to Excel's, then you basically export it to Excel or CSV. Whereas if you want to export a dashboard, which is a combination of multiple reports, that is when you use either you can download it as a PNG or you can download it as a PDF. So this is the different ways in which a report and dashboard can be exported. Cool. So I think these answers are helpful. I know that I went through them very quickly, but honestly, we always pay a lot of attention to feedback, and there was one of the improvement feedback for us that we have to quicken up the videos that we are creating and not include a lot of details until and unless just very very important until and unless it's very mandatory or very important. So we adhere to that, and from now on I'm going to make answers much more or improve on the onto the point sort of a thing. Sometimes I tend to give more details, so I'll work on that. But yes, if you feel that something is missing and you need any more information, please feel free to comment and let me know, and I'll be more than happy to point to you to the relevant resources. Cool. So I hope that these videos are helping you, and yeah, see you in the next video and take care. Bye bye.